special way, whatever our needs. Yes, there's something about your name that causes mountains to be moved, and you cause all the things that are necessary for our survival to be put in place. And so this morning, whatever the needs are of this group that you have brought together, we know you can supply. Bless the various families we represent. And again, this morning, we say, you are welcome in this space. In Jesus' name, amen. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome again to Let's Talk. Welcome to Let's Talk. Good to see each of you. You're looking good and healthy. You're getting prettier and more beautiful as the days and weeks go by. You must be doing something. Must be doing something. Welcome again to Let's Talk. Someone says a woman whose smile is open and whose expression is glad has a kind of beauty no matter what she wears. A woman whose smile is open and whose expression is glad has a kind of beauty no matter what she wears. So let's see the kind of women that came to Let's Talk this morning. That's right. No matter what you put on and you wear a smile, you have a beauty indescribable. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Again, when it rains, what should we look for?
For rainbows.
Rainbows. And when it's dark, what should we look for?
The stars.
Stars. A very good mantra. Excellent mantra. At least I thought it was. Looking for rainbow amidst the rains of our problem. Looking for stars amidst the darkness that circles us. Now, in the news, what caught my eye, and I'm sure it has caught everybody's eye, heat waves, scorching heat waves, causing lots of outbreaks of wildfires across the US, across the world. In fact, if you've been following the news in London, I think it has been, I don't want to misquote the years, that they have never had extreme heat the way they're feeling it in London. 104 degrees. They are experiencing. In fact, they say it's so hot that the runway at the airport is melting. So flights are unable to take off. That's the extreme heat. While Florida, which is normally one of the hot states where Phyllis lives, seem to be cooler than Boston. My brother spoke to me yesterday and he said, would you believe we are hotter in Boston and in Florida?
Wow.
Well, something is happening in our world. Something is happening. Lots and lots of heat waves, and everyone is being warned to tank up on your water, keep hydrated, stay out of that sun so you don't get a sunburn or heat stroke. And I'm sure that heat is not only across the US, but it's across the Bahamas, Jamaica, and elsewhere. What about Edith there in Canada? What is your heat like? Okay, she's trying to connect. I wanted to know if there's a phenomenon also there in the weather in Canada. Well, the Ukrainian First Lady is visiting the US. So it was a pleasure seeing her on TV. She was brave enough to come to the US. So she's visiting the US. And then some good news, a 17-year-old teen in San Diego, he found a lady's purse in the parking lot. What would you have done? I'm curious. What would you have done? You found a purse in the parking lot.
Take it to the police.
Okay, you'll take it to the police.
Or I look for a contact with the owner and then through.
Okay. Or maybe take it back in the grocery store and hope that the owner comes back there to check that she had left it. Well, this 17-year-old teen decided he would track the lady down, so he must have looked at her info, and he went to her house to return her purse. She wasn't at home, but she lived with some roommates, so he left the purse with her roommates. So when this lady returned home and she looked in her Ring camera to see who was this who returned her purse, and she saw that this was such a milky faced little, he looked so young, so innocent. She said, you mean a young man like that returned a purse and he didn't keep it? All she had was $20 in it, by the way, and some credit cards. And she was so impressed that a young man returned that purse that she set up a GoFundMe for him. And 764 donors responded, and she raised $17,000 to give to that young man because of his honesty of returning her purse with only $20 in it and some credit cards. And you know what that young man said? He said, I didn't expect anything when I returned it. He says, Mom always told him that you always do the right thing when no one's around. Beautiful. So yes, parents are still training their young people to do the right thing. And when they're not there, the right thing is being carried on. Kudos to that young man in San Diego and his mom who taught him honesty is still the best policy. So that's some good news. Now I want you to take 3 seconds to think, and then I'll ask you if you have to write it down, write it down. Think about your week. Think about your week. And I want you to summarize your week in 6 words. Write it down if you honest. What was your week like in 6 words? Going to give you 3 seconds to think about it. Summarize your week in 6 words. Anyone is ready? Okay, Phyllis is ready. Unmute and tell us your week in 6 words. You have to unmute. You're still muted, still muted.
My neighbors gave me mangoes.
Your neighbors gave you?
Mangoes.
Okay, anybody else? Your week in 6 words. Who's ready? Jenilyn, ready? Still figuring it out while you figure. Andrea, go.
Tired, crazy, too rush, too early, too late.
Okay, Jenilyn.
Okay. Very hectic, challenging, but unusually rewarding.
Oh, okay. What about you, Miss Curtis? What was your week like?
Well, it'll start off awesome, but tragedy struck our corner. So we had tragedy, we had shooting, and we had accident.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh my. You have one more person? Your week in 6 words?
I wrote mines down.
Okay.
And I wrote crazy, busy, joyous, exhausting, relaxing, and peaceful.
Oh my, a mixture of both, eh?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. It seemed like the thread that weaves across everybody's week, tired. So tired means you work, huh? You're not tired from lying down. I hope not. Well, today is National Hot Dog Day. National Hot Dog Day. On the third Wednesday of every July is National Hot Dog Day, the third Wednesday in July. That hot dog looks good. Put that up again, let me see. If I could add something, I need to, yeah, except the peppers. All right, okay, yeah, that looks good. National Hot Dog Day. How many of you like hot dogs? I do.
I do.
I do. Make yourself a hot dog today, okay? National Hot Dog Day. Today is also National Ice Cream Soda Day. I could hear Zoe going, all right, get some going. National Ice Cream Soda Day. Ice cream soda was first made by Robert Greene. He was a vendor at the Philadelphia Jamboree, and he ran out of ice. So he began to put a couple scoops of vanilla ice cream into the sodas he served. And that was the beginning of National Ice Cream Soda Day. All right, Demi's having hot dog and ice cream soda on her menu today. How many of you have tasted ice cream soda?
Never.
You've never had it?
No,
You're the
ma'am.
only one, Andrea, who's had it? Try it. I did it 2 weeks ago. I did it 2 weeks ago and serve it. Get some ice cream and ginger ale Sprite or any type of fizzy soda and pour it on top, mix it. Okay, you have ice cream soda. All right, good. You're excused to have ice cream soda today and 2 hot dogs. All right. I hope you've been trying to keep up with your exercise, no matter what it looks like. Keep, okay, Demi's gonna root bear float. All right, let's report now. Jenna Lynn, keep it up.
Andrea.
Very good, Andrea.
Phyllis.
Good, Phyllis.
Ibis.
Good job, Miss Curtis. Okay, Blanche. Anybody else? Demi, all right.
Good morning. Yes, Demi, I was exercising. I had joined a fitness challenge for 8 weeks and I came second place.
That's good.
I did
job.
3 days. I did 3 days of just juicing, no food, just juice. And I was on a keto diet. So yeah.
All right. So you have to model for us, eh? And let us see you.
Yeah.
I'll send you the photo.
All right. A good job, Debbie. Good job. All right. Okay. Remember, do something, whatever it looks like, but keep moving, do something. Let's segue now to our tech tip.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle Spence, and I'll be bringing your tech tip for today. Before I begin, I just wanted to kind of poll the group. Has anyone been keeping up with any of the tech tips that we've gone over recently? Any, and if so, I would like for you to just shout out what you think you've been doing as of late since you've gotten that particular tech tip. Anything. And if not, then we got to find some tech tips that you all would actually like to do. So let me ask you that question before I just go into a simple tech tip. What is there that you would like to learn I know that Althea asked about video editing. I think I may have shared that information in the chat maybe a few weeks ago, but I still want to make sure that we are meeting your need. So is there any tech tip? Could be phone related or laptop related or just generally electronics related that you would like to learn a little bit more?
I would like two things. I would like to know how to get rid of the photos after they have been deleted, because sometimes it looks like they reappear in photos after I delete them. That's one thing. And another thing, I would like to know a safe way to just wipe the phone.
Okay. Okay. I can definitely do both of those, and I'll do one of those next week and then the following the other week. That's a great one. Does anyone have anything else?
Well, the one that I've been able to use that you demonstrated was when we're in WhatsApp, if we click on the message, that you're able to respond with one of those like emoji type things
Right.
to the messages, which I also noticed that when I'm like outside of WhatsApp, I've also seen that in just like the regular messages, that sometimes you're able to respond to that in the regular messages as well.
That's right. That's right.
So thank you.
Oh, awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I'm just going to do one real quick one then. How about that? And it's also one that we've done before, but I think it's something that, you know, still could be beneficial if you're not currently using it, as I think it would be helpful. So I am going to go into my WhatsApp, and essentially what I'm going to point out is how do we use our WhatsApp messaging list to find exactly most common, I should say, common people that we interact with in WhatsApp. Sometimes it would get pushed down the list farther and farther because we've had several conversations since then. And sometimes you just want to not have to scroll to that particular person in order to find them again and say, okay, let me talk to them again. Instead, there's a way for you to simply pin that person to the top. And that way, when you go into WhatsApp, they'll always be at the top. You'll always be able to access them pretty easily. So that is what I think I'm going to try and show you today. So let me share my screen with you. And it's going to be pretty quick. All right, so can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So now let's say that we have all of these people that I talk to or interact with. My mom is primarily the main one that I talk to in my WhatsApp. So let's say that my mom and I spoke earlier today, and then my brother messaged me, sister-in-law messaged me, my friends messaged me, my dad messaged me. So that means my mom's will continue to drop lower and lower and lower on the list, because as new conversations come up, they pop up to the top. Instead of me having to scroll all the way down to find who I want to talk to, I can instead press and hold on my mom's chat. And by pressing and holding on it, you can now see at the top that there are several options. The one that I want to press is the one that looks like a thumbtack. That thumbtack allows for my mom's chat to be pinned. That means that anytime someone else messages me, great, but they're going to fall. I'm sorry, what's that? Oh, they're going to fall beneath my mom's message. So if my brother messaged me right now, he wouldn't hop to the top. Instead, he will be right here underneath. If someone else messages me, they'll be right here underneath, and the next one underneath, meaning my mom's messaging chat box will always stay at the very top of my list. Let's say that we're no longer talking as frequently as we were. I can simply press and hold it. And that same thumbtack now has a line through it, meaning if I press it, it will unpin that message. So if I unpin it, she falls back right where the most recent message queue would be. My brother messaged me, or I messaged my brother after I messaged my mom. So that's why he's at the top. Does that make sense? So you can find anyone in your list and say, okay, I want to pin that particular message to the top. And by doing that, you will see it pop up and say chat pinned. And that way you can easily access that person at any given time. All right. So I thought that's just something simple. I thought that it might be something that will also be, a little helpful for you, especially if you're always in there communicating. All right. I think Ms. Angie, you're going to say something.
Kyle,
Yes, ma'am.
can you pin more than one person?
You can. That's actually a good question. You can pin more than one person. So that means that if you pin one, you can go back and say, well, I have 3 main people that I interact with constant basis. I don't want to have to scroll to find them. You can pin, let's see how many you can pin. I'm going to try and pin as many as possible. And I think it says you can only pin up to 3 chats. So that was an excellent question. And I tried it out real time. And it turns out you can pin only 3 chats to the top of your chat screen.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So again, I would encourage you all to just try things on your phone. There's things that you never knew that your phone could do, but it actually can. It can do it to your convenience and accessibility. So don't be afraid to try anything new on your phone. And of course, if you have any issues, just let me know and we will walk through it together. But I will, of course, pick up from here. And gentlemen, those 2 things that you spoke about, we will cover those in the following weeks. Thank you all for your attentiveness, and we will now segue to the next part of the show.
Now it's time for our health quiz. 10 questions. Let's see what you are going to do with these today.
We will give you 3.5 minutes. Good luck.
Is that half minutes because you're saying it's difficult?
It's a little difficult, yes. All right, it should be winding down now. Be sure to hit the submit button at the bottom. Give you about 20 seconds. All right, we are going to now share the results. If you haven't hit submit, be sure to hit submit, and I'm going to share the results now.
Okay, question number 1. Nutrients that build and repair tissues and cells. Example, meat, milk, eggs. An example of those nutrients, they are called proteins. Proteins. Question number 2. Elements essential for good health like calcium and iron and potassium. That would be minerals. And we all got, everyone got that, minerals. Question number 3. The process of converting the energy in food into energy the body can use. That is called metabolism. Metabolism. Question number 4. The body uses this to carry nutrients and waste. It also helps joints move smoothly, and that is water. Water. Question number 5. Organic compounds that control several body functions. Organic compounds that control several body functions, and that would be vitamins. Vitamins. Question number 6. Energy storage nutrients that help the body store some vitamins like oils and butter and margarine, and they are fats. Fats. Question number 7. The amount of energy the body gets from food is measured in calories. Calories. Question number 8. Bread is a great source of which energy nutrient? And that is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Question number 9. Which one of the following is a protein source? And that was beans. Beans. And the final question, question number 10. When you don't drink enough water, you can become dehydrated. Dehydrated. And they are the 10 questions. What did you do? Anybody with 10? Oh, all right. Okay. Wow. Congratulations. 9.
9.
Good job. Woohoo. All right. 8. 7. All right. We'll stop right there. Okay. Learn something, you reinforce what you learned. Okay. Who is that saying they got 3? That means you learned 7 things you didn't know. Ah, yeah, that's what that's about.
That's good.
All right. Now, I told you I would get back to your reporting on the challenges. You had to catch up. What have you been catching up on, if you have been catching up? What are your reports this morning?
I am trying the sleep time, bedtime.
Okay. Because
That's
you're
one.
deviated, now you're trying to get back in line.
Mhm.
All right. Anybody else?
I am doing a little bit of everything because I am having more water
Good,
and I am going to bed a little earlier.
wonderful.
And I'm reading again for fun.
Wow, good, yes.
Annie
Good.
of the Green Gables, I am on that book.
Ah, yes, I've read that, yes, good. Anybody else?
I tried my fruit for until 12.
All right,
I ate some apples and some grapes. Well, my favorite is watermelon, so I bought a whole big watermelon. I ate that. I not all, but I ate
yeah.
some of it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Anybody else been catching up? No? Go back to that list and catch up, okay? Do some catching up, do some catching up. Well, your challenge for this week is, please jot it down, journal for 5 minutes on the topic, a time that I laughed. Journal for 5 minutes on a time that I laughed. And I'm going to want some of you to share what you journal next week. Journal for 5 minutes, a time that I laughed. I hope you've been laughing. It's good for you. And just journal for 5 minutes on that. Okay. By the way, did you sing? Anybody sang?
Yes.
You sang. How did that feel?
It felt good to me, but so I was wondering what is happening.
Never mind. It's all about you. Anybody else sang? You did?
I sing every day.
Oh, you sing every day. All right.
Every day.
Good. All right. The rest
That's
of
something
the-
I always do, sing in the bathroom.
All right. So that's something you always do. All right. Those who didn't, just sing aloud.
Yes.
Nobody's listening for your tune. You're not trying out for a choir, okay? You're just singing. All right, self-care. This is an analogy I found that I thought was so fitting. You can't fill from an empty cup. I think all of us need to put that on our fridge. Maybe I need to give this something to put on your fridge. You can't fill from an empty cup. That's why we are going through these challenges and the self-care. You can't help anybody if you're not helping yourself. You can't fill from an empty cup. So let's practice some self-care right now. All of us have a pen and paper, so I know you have that. Sit comfortably now, sit comfortably. You can either close your eyes to do it or just focus, being intentional. Focus your gaze in the distance. Look at somewhere in the distance. As you're doing that, relax your shoulders. Take away the tension out of your shoulders. Breathe in through your nose like you're smelling a flower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle at the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try it again. Sitting comfortably, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in through your nose like you're smelling a flower on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open your eyes if they were closed slowly. Adjust your gaze. Take your pen and your book. Make a list of 3 things you are aware of that you can see. 3 things that you are aware of that you were able to see. Okay, you should have written that. Take another few seconds, write down 3 things that you were able to hear. What did you hear? And this one is interesting. 3 things. What did you smell?
What's smelling it? Must have yes. Smell.
Okay, now breathe in deeply. Breathe out. This time, as you take a deep breath in, say something positive to yourself. As you breathe in, say a positive affirmation for you. So breathe in deeply. Positive affirmation for you. Breathe out. Think about how good you're feeling now. Everybody should be feeling good. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? Yes, you should be feeling good. That should make you feel good. All right. Now you had to take some old CDs that you have lying around you don't use anymore, or some apparently are still using theirs because they didn't do their project, so they must be still using CDs. Okay? You have to use your CDs and make something out of them. Let's see what you did. Then we'll come to our vocabulary for the day.
My project for this week, using old CDs. I've used my CDs and I've made 2 napkin holders using my CDs. And so this is my project for this week. Napkin holders using discarded CDs.
Thank you. Good job. I like those. Thank you again. Remember, if you didn't have time to do it, you could always catch up. Okay, always catch up, always catch up. Before we go to the vocabulary for this week, I want to give you now, this is going to be easy, and I hope everybody, what did I say?
Everybody
should be able to do this, okay? I'm going to send you, as soon as we get off, a poem written by Maya Angelou. Remember Black History Month? If you didn't know who she was, she's a great Black poet, okay? A poem by Maya Angelou. The name of her poem is Continue. And this has to do, again, with self-care. That's what this is. This project's about self-care. Please read this poem several times to yourself, and then I want you to video yourself reading this poem. Put yourself into this poem. You're going to love it. It's by Maya Angelou. It's called Continue. I'm going to send it to you as soon as we get off this episode. Continue by Maya Angelou. All you have to do, I want a half shot sitting down at a table, a desk, whatever, and everyone try to get a folder to put your poem in so you're not reading it from your phone. See if you could print it off, put it in a folder. Choose any color folder that you would like. Sit at a desk, a table, record yourself with all the expression and fluency. Read this poem, Continue by Maya Angelou. Continue by Maya Angelou. And that's going to be a project for this week. Now, our vocabulary word is emolument. Emolument. Say it. Emolument. It's a noun. Now, this word is means a salary, fee, or profit from employment or office. As an intern, Jessica works for experience and not for a financial emolument. Now, this is a big thing, and I'm going to find out now how many of you know about this emolument. You may not have known about the word, but this is the federal workers are not supposed to receive any expensive emoluments because of their position or job. The President of the United States can't just accept gifts like that. We as employers, as a teacher here in the US, we were told as a part of our contract, we were not to accept from any parent any emoluments more than anything worth more than $25 as a gift. We were not to accept it. So your position or title, you can't use that to receive emoluments. You know, politicians, they do stuff like that. But emolument, that's a good word to keep and remember. How many of you have that as a part of your policy at your work? You can't receive expensive emoluments. Okay, you too. You're not supposed to. Let me put it that way. You're not supposed to. Yes, you could get in trouble for receiving expensive emoluments. So that's a good word to tuck in. So use your word emolument. Can't receive it. Somebody's trying to, they would say like a bribe trying to offer you. You're not supposed to take it. These big expensive gifts because of your job or your position or your name. Okay, emolument. All right. So now we are going to unpack a very familiar verse of Psalm 107, verse 1. Let's read the first 5 words together. The first 5 words together. After the count of 3. You have to unmute. 1, 2, 3, read.
Give thanks to the Lord.
Let's try it again and read it with expression. 1, 2, 3. Good.
Give thanks to the Lord.
Why? Read why we should give thanks. 2, 3.
For he is good.
Let's try it again. Why should we give thanks?
For he is good.
Who's the he?
The Lord.
The Lord is good. Now I want you to look at the next part. His faithful love. What kind of love?
Faithful.
Faithful. What does faithful mean?
Right to the
Always.
Lasting, never change.
Always what?
Always
Never
there.
change it.
It's always there, unchanging love endures for how long?
Forever.
And some version says mercies. What does mercy mean?
Compassion.
Compassion you don't deserve. You should have been punished for it.
Yeah.
You should have been punished for it, but because he loves you so much, he forgives you. That's what mercy is. So I want you to write down this morning. Kyle, give us a timer of 1 minute, just 1 minute. Why are you thankful to God? And if you know me by now, be specific. Write down, be specific. 1 minute. Just write. Spelling is not counted here. Just write. Why are you thankful to the Lord? All right, time is up. Anyone wants to share? Why are you thankful to the Lord? We're talking this morning. Why are you thankful?
Just
right.
thankful for life.
Okay, just give me one thing from your list. What is that, Miss
Edith.
Curtis?
Life. I'm thankful for life because I wake up this morning and I give him praise for just to stand up.
That's right. That's right. Anybody else?
I am so grateful to God because I've been waiting on some finality in a process. And I see a little light coming this week. So I'm so grateful.
I could feel it with you. Yes.
Very, very grateful.
Yes. Anybody else?
I am extremely thankful and grateful because those who know me know I am a little heavy set, right? And last week, Friday morning, I had completed brushing my teeth, getting ready to walk out of my bathroom to put on my clothes to come to work. And I only felt myself slipping. And I grabbed onto the towel rack, break down the whole towel rack, and I ended up on the floor. My left leg was bent in half, went to the side and back of me. I was jammed against the bathroom door. My daughter couldn't get in. She had to tell me what to do to maneuver myself so that she could get into the bathroom to assist me. She helped me up, rubbed me down, and do you know I was able to come to work Friday, stayed to work all day Friday, and up to now, all I have is little slight aches, no swelling, nothing broken, and I could give God thanks and praise for that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
God is good. God
all the time. Anybody else?
Well, I'm thankful that I'm healthy. I can walk with my dog and I can just enjoy watching the flowers and talking to people as I pass by.
Yes. One more.
The one that I have is, it gives me, that I'm alive, is that I have a chance to make a change or to make a difference in a day.
Yes, yes. I want you now to take 5 seconds, that's all. Write down one small thing you may not even thought of to say thank you. They were the big things. Write down a little thing that just popped into your head and say, you know, I need to say thank you, Jesus. Write down that one little thing that may have passed you by. All right, time is up. What's your little thing? While you're looking at it, let me tell you what my little thing is. Last week, Wednesday, you hear me joking and laughing with you about mangoes, how I can't get any. Well, after I came off the show, I heard the doorbell ring and I went outside and there was a package, a box out there, FedEx. And well, who sent me? I didn't order anything from Amazon. And I went and I checked, and in it was some avocados and some mangoes from Phyllis Bertram all the way in Florida. She FedExed me some mangoes and some avocados. And we have eaten all the avocados. The mango, my husband felt so glad. He said, she sent you this. He said, I can't. It's like holy water. I can't share the mango with you. You eat it by yourself. So I ate it all by myself. That was like, to some people, a little thing. Phyllis, that was a big thing to me. Your thoughtfulness and kindness. Thank you so much. I enjoyed every bit. Okay, anybody else? Any little thing that could have been passed by? Nobody?
I had to do some spring cleaning yesterday after putting it off for many, many weeks.
Yeah. And the Lord gave you the energy to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I got up
Gave you the
early
energy. Yes.
and I worked for the day.
Yes. Yes.
I'm alive this morning.
So the little thing. So again, let's say those first 5 words after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Give thanks to the Lord.
Why?
For he is good.
His faithful love endures for how long? Forever. And so, yes, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. My life of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God.
Remember, when it rains, look for what? Rainbows. And when it's dark, look for what?
Stars.
Stars. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Thank you again for joining us on Let's Talk this morning. Remember to go to our YouTube channel. By the way, the poems that we made up, created, they are up all by themselves. So I hope you have, if you have been visiting it, you should have seen it. How many saw it?
And shared.
Yes, so if you've been going to our YouTube channel, you should have seen it and shared. Give a thumbs up and please put a positive comment. Thank you again for coming. Please do stay safe from the heat and from COVID. Stay safe.